Skywalkers!
Hey.
So, what's the big news of the week, huh?
Yeah.
Any
what's
recurring
happening?
Star Wars characters come about?
Anything? Anything at all?
I don't know.
I've
I've really been paying attention.
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah. Sorry, so last minute. This week is thrown off a little bit with the whole Sweethearts Night thing. So that threw us back a day or two. But we are planning on getting this episode out
later on today.
Today, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Glenn Stein has made a live show.
Woohoo!
And Kevin Tuft is here.
Yes. Awesome.
More people than I thought there was gonna be.
I know. I love. Oh, and Meredith as well.
And Meredith. We can tell who works from home.
Yeah.
And Courtney.
Oh, cool.
Who doesn't work from home.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Well,
yeah. So this week has been really thrown off, of course.
Yeah, but that's okay. That is okay.
The show comes out Thursday, and it as long as it comes out by midnight.
Yes. Oh, Meredith must have gotten her Color Street package. Woohoo! Yeah. Anyone who likes fancy nails, I do sell Color Street. So hit me up if you want to be part of my VIP group on Facebook.
Well, you are talking to Glenn and Kevin right now.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Want some fancy nails?
Yeah.
Know anyone who wants fancy nails?
Someone has bowed out.
Oh, yeah, they have. That's funny. Okay. Well, we are not going to leave you guys hanging. We are going to be talking Book of Boba Fett Episode 6 and Sweethearts Night. We're going to start with Sweethearts Night, though, so that that'll be really fun. I'm so excited.
I'm sure by now everyone has already seen.
Yes.
Or have seen the many spoilers.
Yes.
Online.
Oh, Courtney got her package yesterday of Color Street. Mm-hmm. Yes. I do bulk orders, so anyway. All right. That's enough of that.
Yeah, it is.
Let's talk about our show. All right. Oh, we're so excited. Okay, so should we just we'll dive in. Let's do it.
Yep.
And then you guys will share your comments along the way.
Yeah, looking forward. And tonight we're going to be doing the Zoom discussion on the Book of Boba Fett. So come one, come all. And sorry we couldn't do it last night.
Yes. All right, here we go.
Last night being Wednesday.
Wednesday,
yes.
Yeah, it's only Thursday. Okay.
You'll see why in a few minutes.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This is what you can look forward to on episode 355 of Skywalking Through Neverland.
Hey, Skywalkers! We are celebrating Valentine's Day early by sharing our Sweethearts Night experience at Disneyland. And we'll also share our love for this week's episode of The Book of the Mandalorian.
Oh.
Wait, what did I say? The Book of Boba Fett, which is what I meant to say. Or did I really mean to say Mandalorian? You decide. More on all that coming very soon. But for now, we want to welcome you back to Skywalking Through Neverland. I am Richard Wolosky, but now everyone please say hello to my sweetie wife, Sarah. And this week she really is a sweetie wife at Sweethearts Night.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, last week was a major fail when you forgot to say Foxy.
And believe me, I haven't gotten a good night's sleep since.
But you know what? You made up for it at Sweethearts Night.
Okay, good. All right, back to ground zero.
Indeed. Oh my gosh. Well, Skywalkers, you are here, and this is your enthusiastic podcast destination for the many decades of your Star Wars, Disney, and Marvel fandom. So it's time for a big Wookiee hug from us to you, and a little sprinkle of pixie dust for our family of Skywalkers. And if you're watching us right now live on Facebook or YouTube, welcome. We love your comments as we chat and record this show. And also, if you're listening to us now, wherever you happen to be doing that, whether you're in the car, you're in the shower, you're in the kitchen, you're cleaning, who knows? I don't know. But you are now a Skywalker. So please join us and the rest of the Skywalking family on a fun and positive adventure through fandom.
Now, we are being sponsored by Small World Vacations, and they are a diamond-level Disney vacation planner travel agency and can help you book your trip to a Disney park around the world. And best of all, this service is free. How much is this service, Minnie Mouse?
Free.
That didn't sound like Minnie Mouse.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Minnie Mouse, I'll ask you again. This time use your Minnie voice, Minnie. Minnie, how much is this service?
Oh, I'm sorry. I had a cold. It's free.
Good save. Good save. No one noticed.
Oh, thanks.
So head to smallworldvacations.com for a no obligation price quote and tell them that Minnie Mouse and Skywalking Through Neverland sent you, or you can just whisper
Skynet. Also, on that front of Small World Vacations, so the fearless leader of Small World Vacations will, on March 1st, be on the Star Cruiser, the Galactic Star Cruiser. And we are going to be sharing some of the content and experiences that they are going to be experiencing on our social media at Skywalking Pod. So stay tuned for that. That is like in less than a month, the Galactic Star Cruiser will be open. I'm so excited.
Seeing how this is February, it's like less than a month.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm almost afraid to look at social media because there are so many people who want to just badmouth it already when they haven't even experienced it. So they're gonna nitpick. So you know what? When we get the footage and the pictures, we're gonna focus on the positive.
Absolutely.
The positivity of the Galactic Star Cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we are recording this episode from Long Beach, California on February the 3rd, 2022. And today in Star Wars history, well, we gotta wish Warwick Davis a happy 52nd birthday.
Oh.
He was born February 3rd, 1970.
Oh, wow. He's a year younger than you.
Yes, he is. How many
Oh.
times have you met Warwick Davis?
I think I want to say twice.
One
time in Epcot.
we ambushed him at Epcot.
Yes.
Ambushed, but you know what? He was extremely nice, and he smiled. He took a picture. Very, very nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other time?
I think I'm just remembering when we see him at events, so like at Hollywood Studios when he's hosting something. Things
But
like
met
that.
him though.
Met him? I guess not. I guess not any. Oh, wait a minute. At the last tour to Endor, he and his family, remember they came right up front for that Darth Vader,
right.
like right in front of us. Well, that was fun.
But we didn't really meet him.
No, we didn't meet him. So what
you're,
are you thinking
you're
of?
Thinking of? I don't know. I'm just asking.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of when were we in the proximity of
Right.
Davis.
That's all I'm thinking of.
I did meet him in 1995, I want to say.
Oh.
And there's pictures I posted of me with a mullet and a fanny pack with my arm around him.
Oh.
Yeah, always a nice guy.
Your mullet.
Oh, also on this date, February the 3rd, but in 2012, the 10th anniversary of the airing of the box episode from Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Oh, that's season 4.
Yeah.
And the box is when you have all the bounty hunters in this box, including Obi-Wan, who's disguised as a bounty
As
hunter.
Rako Hardeen.
Yeah.
So this is when the Clone Wars first started getting dark.
Mhm.
It's been getting dark progressively, but now here it was Star Wars meets the Hunger Games.
Yes.
Because here they are in this box arena, and with every level of the challenge, more and more bounty hunters are dying.
Mhm.
And this is a competition set up by Count Dooku because the winners will get the job of kidnapping Chancellor Palpatine.
Whoa.
So it was a really it was a great episode, but yet very dark in tone because they introduce you to all these characters and they just kill them off.
Yep. For this 10 years of, the Clone Wars still seems very
Relevant.
like close in our rear view mirror.
That's because we've been rewatching the Clone Wars for the Today in Star Wars History book, just to rewatch the episodes to write a very tight, concise summary.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like very, very relevant now because I watch like 8 episodes a day.
Yeah.
All right, now, Minnie, let's move on to asking you some important questions. More important questions, Minnie. Are you ready? So get that frog out of your throat, you and Grogu. No more eating frogs right now, okay? All right, now, Minnie, how many more days until the season finale, the season or series finale, we don't know yet, of the Book of Boba Fett?
Oh my! Well, there's only 6 days, Richard.
Minnie, how do you feel about that?
I'm a little sad. They better have a big episode. It better be really long.
This better be 3 hours
Mhm.
just to make up for the last couple of episodes that was very, very short on Boba Fett. Yeah, not a lot of Bobas or Fetts. All right, Minnie, what time is it?
It's 10:40 a.m. Good morning.
Thank you, Minnie. Hey, Minnie, Corwin of Amber is with us now.
Yay.
Hi there, hi. Hey there, hi there, ho there.
So is your sister, and
Yeah.
so is Kevin.
Yes.
Welcome.
Kevin will be talking about the live action manifestations of some of these characters a little bit later on.
Yes. About half an hour.
Just for anyone who hasn't seen the episode yet
20
and
minutes.
haven't seen the thousands of posts on Facebook.
Yes.
All right, Minnie and Sarah, coming up on this episode, we're going to be sharing our experiences at Disneyland Sweethearts Night. Oh, that was so much fun. I can tell you how much. That's the whole point of this episode is to tell you how much fun we had. The food, the fun, the foxes.
The foxes.
Including a showdown I had with Nick Wilde, the other fox.
We also have shout outs. We have a T Public giveaway. And we also have our breakdown of this week's episode of the Book of Boba Fett in
Things we want to share.
Now, this week we are going to flip things around and do things we want to share after our main discussion so as to keep the spoilers later in the episode.
So, how do you Skywalkers like the order of this show? Do you like the things we want to share first or the main discussion first? I've heard debates on both. If you have the main discussion being the like the Sweethearts Night, are people expecting to hear that up front and everything else should be following that?
Well, I know that on YouTube, because we do push this show to YouTube, if the main discussion isn't like front and center, we get random comments on YouTube. Oh my God, you have to wait like 20 minutes to get to this whatever so-and-so interview. You know, like when we're interviewing some celebrity. Yeah, we get random comments on YouTube. So YouTube people are very, very impatient. But I feel but we want to know what you guys think.
Well, let's do this and use Skywalker's weigh in, of course. Maybe like the shorter things we want to share, like little announcements and such, can be at the head of the show, but a longer discussion like an episode breakdown of a Disney Plus show will be at the end.
That makes sense. Now, Glenn is saying often the things you want to share is related to the main discussion.
Yeah.
Which, that can happen. Like Robin Hood, I believe.
Yeah, So I guess we can play it by ear.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
Courtney likes both ways. Okay.
Yeah, I always like the ambivalent nature of not knowing when things are going to come. Such as, like, an episode, something that just popped in my head. Like, when I used to watch The Electric Company, it's like, will there be an episode of Spidey or not? Or will there be one of my favorite segments on this episode or not? Or like Late Night with David Letterman. It's like, it was always a wild card. What is he gonna do tonight? So I like when he mixed it up.
Oh, okay,
so
that's fun.
That's the whole point of that. Have those points, those examples. You never know, which kind of keeps you on your toes.
Corwin of Amber saying push spoiler stuff to the end so people can choose to avoid. Yeah, I know a lot of podcasts that do that.
And that's why we're gonna push the Boba Fett discussion until later on.
Yes.
All right, with that, Sarah, let's talk about our night at Disney's Sweethearts Night.
Okay. Woo! Did I pause enough between when you said that?
You did now.
Do you want to say that again?
Okay, no, we're good.
Okay.
All right, now All right, so Sweethearts Night at Disneyland was a ticketed event, much like the Oogie Boogie Bash and that other thing that we don't talk about anymore, Disney's Merriest Nights Christmas Fiasco. It's much like those. So you gotta pay extra to get in. Oogie Boogie Bash, well worth it. Merriest Nights, not so much. But Sweethearts Night, big time home run.
Yes, spoiler alert, big time home run. We're gonna glow about this thing. Now, thank you so much to Small World Vacations for sponsoring this trip. And you may have noticed they have a ton of posts on Instagram at Small World Vacations in their stories and on their feed. So make sure to check those out as well as our social media.
And a big shout out to Small World Vacations for sponsoring our night. at Disneyland.
Yay.
Now, the evening started late at 8 p.m., which I do not understand. I do not understand why it's... Well, I guess because they want to keep the regular park open as late as they can.
Right.
But by 7 o'clock, everyone is already out of Disneyland. All the muggles.
Not quite. So what they have is Disneyland closes at 7 p.m. That's the posted closing time. And then unlike Oogie Boogie Bash, which doesn't have an hour in between the event start time and the actual time, this had like an hour leeway period. So from 7 to 8 p.m., basically regular park guests are being kicked out because they don't have their wristbands. And anyone who's attending the special event gets to go do regular rides and stuff, but all the experiences of the evening are not quite set up yet or not started yet.
Right, but by 7:30,
yes,
the park was pretty much cleared of all the muggles of the night.
Indeed. Yes, it was.
So, and then there were like long lines at each of the photo ops, like just let us in now. And luckily, there's some cast members who said, you know what? Why wait?
Yep.
Everyone, come on in. Let's take a picture on the Tangled boat.
Oh my gosh.
Which was one of the highlights, but let's get into that in just a second.
Yeah.
Now, we were very happy to say that we did hit all the big moments within a couple of hours.
Yeah, so you're given, once you check in, you are given a map. But I later found out that it's much easier to just look at the app, the Disneyland app, and look at experiences, and then it shows you exactly pinpointed where everything is, all the photo ops and things. And so we were able to just study that and figure out our game plan. Like, what do we want to do first? Since this was the first night of Sweethearts Night, and there are 5 nights total, this was the first night, so we didn't really know where things were yet or what to expect. So we did that. We had our beignets, and we figured out what was our main goals. And one of them was we had to meet Nick and Judy.
Oh, yeah.
That was a character experience we needed to do. And then there was all these step into the scene photo ops, like Aladdin Magic Carpets, which you're seeing right there, or Lady and the Tramp. You got to sit at the table with the pasta in front of you at Tony's restaurant.
Yeah, these are really, really fun. Kind of like what they did at the Star Wars, the relay races, the half marathons.
Yes.
We could step into a scenario. Lots and lots of fun there. I love those.
Yeah, and so we were surprised. So between 7 and 8, first of all, we went on the Storybook Land canal boats, which was very romantic, right? And then we explored the Small World Mall area because there was a lot of things there, according to my little map in the app, that were going to be for Sweethearts Night. So we wanted to scope out these locations.
And luckily, a lot of the cast members, they were up on it. It's like going into a Home Depot or a Lowe's. You ask someone where a washer that was made in 1939, they'll go, oh yeah, aisle 16 on the right side, halfway down, shelf B. They know where everything is.
Yeah.
So just like, and that one little squad of people we were talking to said, yeah, you want, and they were telling us the secret places to be, like, oh, you want to be here to watch this, you want to be here to watch that. So if you're gonna go to Sweethearts Night, talk to some of the cast members.
Yeah.
They're in on the what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah, they did their homework, and we kind of stole the night there, didn't we?
Yes, because we were dressed. We did a couple's Disney bound as Robin Hood and Maid Marian. Just like we mentioned last week, why we were prepared by watching Robin Hood, we got to be Robin Hood and Maid Marian, and oh my gosh, it was so much fun, and like the cast members just loved us. We got so many comments from people, you guys win the night with your couple's costume. Oh.
Yeah, and there weren't a whole lot of couples in costumes. There was enough, but not as much as like Halloween or Christmas.
Yeah,
I expected to see more red and pinks.
Right, even Merriest Nights was not a lot of, or there were more people dressed up in like Christmas outfits and things. But yeah, here we were surprised at the amount of people not really dressed up.
But I think we kind of stood out because you don't see a lot of cause bounding as Robin Hood and Maid Marian.
Not at all.
Now, to see our adventures of the night, actually see it, tonight we'll be releasing our vlog on YouTube.
Yes.
17 minutes of nonstop fun.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, we've already put out 2 videos, one highlighting the full fireworks show and the full Dapper Dan's set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
All right, now let's go over some of the high points of the night.
Okay. So, like we were saying, we were checking out this Small World Mall area before the event began because at Marius Nights, we totally did not go up to that area at all and we missed a lot of things. So, we went, we checked out, we saw there was going to be an Aladdin step into the scene, and then we went over to the Fantasyland Theater and discovered there was a whole Tangled step into the scene where you got to step into the boat, hold a Tangled lantern, and be in the Tangled scene. I was like so freaking out, you guys.
Yeah, Sarah just said, after this, we can go home.
Yes!
All right, Courtney is saying in the Sky Chat, I know these photo ops and character meet and greets can get really long. However, this time, they had 2 stations
for each photo op.
For the majority of the photo ops, they had 2 boats for Tangled,
yes.
2 Lady and the Tramp setups, so the lines really went very, very quickly.
Yeah, especially towards the beginning of the evening. Towards the end of the evening when people were done with a lot of things, that's when the lines got long for these photo ops. So that's a little tip for you guys. So as we were waiting for these Tangled lantern boats, we saw a proposal. Oh, 2 people ahead of us, this couple, we saw the guy, open up the ring box, and he was like already kind of down on one knee, and it was so sweet.
We got a little bit of this on video.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't like a huge announcement.
No.
Sarah was like, oh, they're getting engaged. I had to quickly set up the camera and so you'll see a little bit of that in our vlog.
It was so cool.
It was very, very fun. And all throughout the night we saw them and people were like, hey, congratulations. So word spread very quickly.
Yeah. Oh, and then we got to step into the scene and be in the boat. And I was like, okay, I have to do the moment where she's like sees the lanterns for the first time and like grabs on to the end of the boat, looking up at the lanterns, looking at her dream. So we did that. And, the PhotoPass photographers were very nice, and they would have each couple do like, let's say 3 or 4 different poses. But then we had our own we wanted to, throw in there. And so totally, if you're taking these shots, just do whatever you want, you guys, and they're happy to accommodate you.
Mm-hmm.
We totally did that.
Yeah. So so there was the Little Mermaid photo op moment where almost the same thing because you're in a boat.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, you're in the boat. You're in the Kiss the Girl boat, right, with all the little animals surrounding you. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you'll see that kind of push through. Yeah, right there. There's the boat, and then. So at one point, the scene, they never get to kiss. Instead, Flotsam and Jetsam throw them over. So we did one pose where we were like, whoa, falling out of the boat. And that was my own little like, oh, we have to do this. So, yeah.
The Aladdin one was very nice.
Yeah.
It was set up right in front of It's a Small World attraction. So it had a nice background.
Yep.
And you're on the magic carpet.
Yeah.
And they had one. The one we didn't do was the one in front of the castle. What was that?
So there was a Cinderella one where you got to be in the carriage, the Cinderella carriage, I believe. Yeah, we didn't do that one. There was a Luca one as well, which I don't know what that one was. It was around the corner in the Small World area. We just never saw it. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And there was also a Winnie the Pooh storybook, which wasn't a couples thing at all. I'm not sure.
A very oversized Hank Pym storybook.
Yeah. It was like, okay, we'll stand in front of the storybook, I guess. But we didn't do that.
I'm shocked they did not have one for Encanto.
Yes.
Shocked.
Yes, although that's not really a love scene, it's more of a family.
But still, it's a huge, huge property right now for Disney, so I'm sure they're not above just squeaking it in somewhere.
Right.
But she does have a love for her family.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. The whole family loves each other.
Yeah, they could have had like the house in the background.
Meredith is saying it's still love.
Yes, it is. See?
Also, one of the things we did miss, and I would have liked to have seen it, but it was tucked away behind the Haunted Mansion, was apparently you have Together Forever tombstones. So I think you probably are like, your heads are on the tombstone, right? Maybe?
Yeah, they've done that before.
They've had that before, yeah. Yeah, so we never got to do that one either. So again, you know, a lot happens. You have 4 hours. You have to pick and choose. So yeah.
But I'm surprised we missed as much because
we did a lot.
Yeah, we did a lot. But there are some things like, hey, we could stand in line for Cinderella or meet Nick and Judy. So yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and the character meet and greets were a lot longer lines because, of course, you're interacting with the characters. And yes, they are a little more behind you now with the pandemic, but you can still talk with them and interact with them. And Judy was like right up on it. So let's go into the character meet and greet that we did.
Okay. Well, obviously our favorite one was Nick and Judy.
Yay!
Yeah, I just wanted to have a Fox showdown with Nick Wilde, and as you'll see in the video, I think Nick and Judy both decided that Robin Hood was the better fox.
Oh.
I'm not saying I manipulated the video or what they had said. I didn't put words in their mouth. Maybe I did. You have to see the video and find out.
Oh, but it was so amazing to see Nick and Judy together.
Yeah.
Because right now at DCA, I think you only really see Nick there. Like, Judy's never out with him. Yeah.
That's odd. That's very, very odd because they're a pairing.
They are a pairing, but that's all they've done so far.
Right now, we know that Disney's having a hard time staffing, so.
Right.
There you have it. And you were. I've never seen you so giddy.
Oh, I love that.
You were so happy. You just wanted to squeeze and hug them.
I did, and you can't. But like Judy was like right there. I could have probably hugged her if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, they are so cute, and they loved our outfits. Oh my gosh, they loved them.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you want to know, Nick and Judy are tucked away behind the ride that you hate.
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain. Yeah, they're right there in Critter Country.
I don't hate it. I just very much dislike it.
Yeah.
So they were a bunch of fun. They had Beauty and the Beast, which we stood in line for, but they switched out, and Gaston.
Which I would have been happy to meet Gaston.
But you would think that when one pairing left, the other character would come on, but it was like 10 minutes in between. Like, all right, guys, time's ticking here, and you know every second counts. So we took off. We
left and went to Nick and Judy instead, which worked out because they weren't there yet, but it was going to be 15 minutes until they arrived. So we got in line. We were second in line. So when they showed up, we were like, bam, right there. So we only waited that 15 minutes. Oh, and a hot tip from the cast members is that the characters show up on the hour. So I think they have a half hour on, half hour off. Just so you know. Yeah.
Okay. We also spoke to Mary Poppins and Bert.
Yep.
And this wasn't a photo op moment. They were just at the train station, up on the stairs, so anyone could come by and take a selfie. So it wasn't something you could line up for, but you had a good discussion with Mary Poppins and Bert. I think you did. The fact that they didn't give these performers microphones,
they
is
really
a huge
should've.
detriment.
They really they did that for not Villains Night for
Oogie Boogie Bash, and it was great,
fantastic. So they really should have, because Mary Poppins had her carpet bag right there. I was asking her, "Hey, what's in your bag, Mary?" And she said something about chalk paintings and stuff, but I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, you could hear Bert a little bit better. He was projecting a little bit more.
Yeah, but then they'd start talking to each other, and then you couldn't hear what they were saying.
And plus, the music behind him was very loud. You'll see that in the video too. It's like, guys, turn that music down a little bit.
But it was still fun. And so they had other characters around the park available for pictures. We did not do it, but Stitch and Angel were in Tomorrowland.
Now, who's this Angel? I've never seen this pink Stitch.
Right. You guys have to fill us in because I actually don't know. I know that I've seen her and I've seen plush of her, but I don't know who she is in particular. One surprise was they had Bernard and Bianca from The Rescuers. So they were very cute.
I've never seen them before.
No.
I've never, ever seen. Those were, if I ever wanted to hug a character, it would have been them.
Yeah. They were like short and squat and like so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Lilo and Stitch 2. That's where Angel is from. Thank you, Meredith. Also, Mickey and Minnie were on Main Street, and of course, they were dressed for the occasion. So Mickey had a beautiful black tux, just very dressed to the nines, and Minnie had a floor-length white sparkly gown. So she looked very fancy with little gloves, and oh my goodness, she was very beautiful.
And at one point, we did see Goofy and Clarabelle. They were up
Oh, that's
where Bert and Mary Poppins were.
Right.
But we were in the middle of doing something else, and we came back and they were gone.
Yes, and Tiana and Naveen were around as well.
Yeah, so you had your choice of a lot of characters.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now let's talk about the big event of the night, eating. The big plus, the big draw.
Food, you guys, food.
This is why we've been dieting since last Sunday.
Yeah, right? Okay. I calculated our Weight Watchers points. It's okay. We used some of our weeklies this week, but yeah, all right. So, like any of the other ticketed events, you have special foods that are available only for these events. One was at Jolly Holiday Bakery. They had a ham and straw brie sandwich and a raspberry mousse heart. So we tried both of these. You will see our review on our vlog on YouTube. But overall, I liked it. I don't know. Do we want to get detailed here?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Somewhat.
You wouldn't think so. It was like a piece of toast with brie that has been melted on it, with ham, like big hunks of like ham meat, and strawberries, and then some balsamic like glaze. And honestly, it was really good because the ham has like a sweet flavor, so it mixed well with the strawberries. And you already know that brie goes well with both sweet and savory things.
Now, this is not something you can eat while wearing makeup.
No.
Because you can't use a fork and a knife to cut it. You gotta pick it up and eat it.
You really did, because
it gets all over you.
the toast was very hard. I don't know. I couldn't cut into it with those plastic knives. So that was good. The raspberry mousse heart, however, was tiny, honestly. Like, the picture in the app looked 3 times as big, like a big giant heart cookie or something. But no, the thing was about 2 by 2 inches, and it was like a raspberry mousse fluff, basically.
If you're lucky, you can get 4 bites out of it if you're very conservative.
Yeah. So that wasn't so great.
If you miss that, no worries.
Yeah.
No worries.
Okay, so then, oh, that's right. I mentioned we went to the Mint Julep bar earlier in the evening because we got butter cookie beignets with hot chocolate.
Oh, the beignets were good.
Yeah.
Beignets with hot chocolate. That's a treat that just don't stop.
Out of this world. Also, if you're looking for that butter cookie flavor, this just tasted like the normal powdered sugar on the beignets. So,
Yeah.
not too much of a difference there.
Yeah, I noticed that when they advertise something as cinnamon blast or anything else or peanut butter flavored, you hardly get any of that
Yeah.
in the dish. Let's move on to the shrimp scampi.
Okay, yes, the winner of the night was at Alien Pizza Planet, which is surprising because you wouldn't think that would be the best food in the park.
Right, but my cross reference there was the advertised something as being a shrimp scampi.
So start that sentence over.
And you get 1 piece of shrimp.
Right. So start that whole sentence over.
I don't know how to start this.
Okay. All right. So
the big one. Go ahead.
Sorry. So the big winner of the night was at Alien Pizza Planet, where we tried the Supernova Scampi. Oh, okay. So this was like shrimp scampi on angel hair pasta with some like tomatoes, basically. But how was it, Richard?
It was good. It was lacking in the shrimp.
A little bit, yeah.
Just like I said earlier, when they advertise something as being shrimp or cinnamon, there's going to be a lack of shrimp or cinnamon. I think we counted 1 piece of shrimp.
No, there was more, but they were tiny. But
no, those were pieces of tomato.
But because of the butter, it was really good.
Yeah, I would get it again. It was like what, $13?
Mm-hmm.
So it was worth it. If you want 1 piece of shrimp. It was filling, and that's right there. That is the key. A lot of times you'll get a dish, and when you're done with it, it's like I could have used 3 more because the portions are so small.
Right.
I know at that last stockholders meeting they said, okay, let's cut down on the portions.
Yeah.
But this year was really filling.
It was. It was good. And then we tried these cinnamon breadsticks there, which,
Yeah.
again,
Once again, we know now in the future if they say cinnamon blast breadsticks or whatever, then it's gonna be very short on that flavor.
it was. Oh, well. But you can see all of these and what they look like on our YouTube channel. We'll put out the video vlog of Sweethearts Night. Okay. And of course there was lots more, like several different kinds of churros, but after all that food, we couldn't eat anymore. So that's all we ate for the
Luckily we
evening.
split everything.
We did, yes.
All right, now let's get into the other little miscellaneous things happening, such as the Dapper Dans.
Yay.
You can't have a Disney ticketed event and not have the Dapper Dans. It just wouldn't make any sense.
It's true. And they were all dressed in their red pinstripe outfits.
And their barbershop quartet outfits.
Oh,
It was so much fun because not only were the songs all related to Valentine's and Sweethearts, but they had fun comedy bits and gags between the songs, during the songs. And if you see our full Dapper Dan video on YouTube, you'll know what I'm talking about. These guys were on point.
it was cool. Now, one of the things I saw in the app right when we were figuring out what to do for the night, they have a royal ball. And we were like, well, what is this royal ball? So we went over to Small World and noticed they were setting up a big band. And that is what the royal ball is. They have 30-minute sets every hour on the hour during Sweethearts Night. And it is a swing band playing Disney songs and love songs as the princesses and princes dance behind them on that Small World Mall area. So it was really cool. They had 3 of the Prince-I couples dancing. When we were there, who was it? We had Ariel and Prince Eric.
Yep. Cinderella and the Prince.
Yep.
And Jasmine and Aladdin.
That's right. Yeah. And they were so cute dancing along with the music. And we got lots of fun video of that. So that was beautiful. And we were there for the very first royal ball, so not many people were dancing. They were all just standing there listening and taking video.
Recording,
lots and lots and lots of video.
Yeah.
So, but I'm sure like the cast members wanted people to dance when we were there beforehand.
Yeah, but they only really quarantine a very small area, and you'll once again see that in the video where you see a mom and her daughter dancing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was sweet. And if we had not had all our recording equipment and Marion's veil, we probably would have danced as well.
Yeah.
That was fun.
All right, then one of the other big events was the Sweethearts Night fireworks special.
Yes, this is at 9:30 p.m. and wow, it was beautiful. It was a 10-minute set of fireworks with a bunch of the love songs that Disney is known for from their films, and it was really fun to listen to and see, obviously. And one of the great things about these ticketed events is there's not as many people. So like less than 5 minutes before the fireworks started, Richard, we found a spot on Main Street quite easily.
And made sure that we weren't blocking anyone.
Yeah.
And when we pick a spot, I like to hold up the camera rig to let anyone know behind us, hey, we're going to be recording with this big giant rig, and we don't want to just find a spot and just do one of those moves where most people do. They just hold up their camera or iPad, blocking everyone behind them.
Yeah, or the kids.
Yeah. Oh, when a dad puts their daughter or son on their shoulders, are you not looking behind you? You just blocked like 30 people.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
But we won't focus on that, or the people who stop in a very busy walkway to text or talk to their friends. We're not going to focus on that.
Or look at the Disneyland app.
Not going to focus on that at all. No. Why it keeps happening, I don't know.
You know what? Honestly, though, Disneyland does make you look at the app quite a lot.
But then move to the side.
I do try.
Pull to the shoulder.
I try, or I'll like follow your footsteps as I'm like looking at the app. Yeah.
We walk in single file to hide our numbers.
Exactly.
All right. So to wrap it all up, Sarah, what would you say about this night?
I want to do some tips too, just FYI.
Okay. Well, okay.
All right, so this night was so much fun. And honestly, because we had done that little bit of planning, we sat down, we looked at the map and said, okay, Nick and Judy, Tangled Photo Op, Dapper Dan's, fireworks. Like, those were like our main to-dos. We got all those done within the first 2 hours. And so after that, anything else was pretty much gravy. It was amazing. So I loved it. And also, I do have to say, everything was doable because I moved around a lot of mobile food orders. So that's a tip. Like, I made food orders even before the party began, and I just picked random times because once you have that order in, it's pretty easy to move around. And yeah.
I'm glad they let you do that.
Yes. Oh, me too. My goodness. Yeah, because we were meeting Nick and Judy, and our mobile food order was almost ready at Jolly Holiday. I was like, okay, move it half an hour. So yeah. And yeah, I just really loved this event, meeting Nick and Judy. Oh, as Robin Hood and Maid Marian, like, that was amazing. The Tangled Photo Op, it was amazing.
All right, for anyone now attending, I know we've been giving a lot of tips.
Yes.
But are there any more tips that we may have missed that you want to give?
Okay, well, so the one downside of the night, like, if you wanted merchandise, I wonder if there was shipping delays, because all they had was an ornament, a magnet, and a phone case with the Sweethearts Night logo, which is weird. There was no shirts and, gasp, no pins either, right? You'd think they'd have a pin. So I have a feeling there was shipping delays on those items. So maybe you guys who are going to the later nights, the Sweethearts Nights, maybe it'll be around for that.
There's what, 5 altogether?
5 altogether. Yeah, 1 tonight actually as we record.
Oh.
There's gonna be 1 tonight. And yeah. So but yeah, so like I said, we have some tips for you guys, even if you're going to Sweethearts Night or if you're going to another of these events like Villains Night or Star Wars Night coming up, some of these may apply. Now, Sweethearts Night is currently sold out, so if you're not going, please enjoy our fun videos on the YouTube channel. But otherwise, here are some tips. So make a parks reservation for the same day of your ticketed event if you're a Magic Key holder, like if you can do that, right? So we arrived at 5 p.m. and that's like the first time that you can get in if you have the Sweethearts Night ticket, right? And so we arrived and we got to Disneyland, and the line to get in to Disneyland stretched across the Esplanade about 3/4 of the way. But because we had made our Magic Key reservations, we went to this one little area where we got in within a minute, right? And then they told us that we had to check in over by the Starcade, by the Star Trader.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went over there where there was no line to check in, and it was amazing. So unlike Merriest Nights, where there was a huge line to check in, even not at the park gate, this time it worked out. So we checked in, we were in within 5 minutes, everything, we were ready to go. We had our wristbands, we had our lanyards, done.
Yeah, our hearts plummeted when we first got to the plaza and just saw hundreds of people in line.
Oh yeah.
And then you were smart enough to say, hey, wait a minute. I've done this before.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Courtney Turkel is saying in the Sky Chat, do you think there were less people there because there are 5 different nights as compared to Merriest Nights? Well, Merriest Nights was all like 6 weeks.
Well, Merriest Nights was also, I think they had 5 or 6 nights.
Well, it started in November.
No, yes, but they only had 5 or 6 total nights for Merriest Nights.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, Courtney. I mean, I know that these events are sold out at this point.
And I doubt they would be holding back. They're going to sell as many tickets as possible. But yeah, there didn't seem like as many as Oogie Boogie or Merriest Nights.
Right. Plus, I think because it's like a couple's night, there were many, many, many less kids. I think we only heard one baby crying at one point. And we saw like one family, but pretty much the rest of the people were all couples. And so I think that also helps in the kind of what it looks like for the park to be crowded.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean the rides, like if you had wanted to go on rides, you could have just walked on to every ride.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
The only crowds were really at the fireworks and at the Royal Ball.
Yes.
Other than that, and some of the lines where they really crunched everyone in.
Right.
So it made it look like a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. So My other tip is from 7 to 8 when the park is closed to guests, but they are setting up stuff for your evening. Just scope out locations of things, of photo ops you may want to do, stuff like that, and determine where you want to start. And again, we had lucked out because we started at the Tangled photo op, which is way back by the Fantasyland Theater. That's another tip. Go to the back.
Yeah. Anytime you go to an amusement park for these kind of events, always start in the back and work your way up because everyone else starts at the front and works their way back.
Right. So we started there, and they started that photo op. Like, we had our photo before 8 p.m., before the event started. So
yeah, and whoever those cast members were, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas everyone else was like, looking at their watch, like, come on, people, just start it up, would you?
Yeah.
You're already here. You're already on the clock.
And then another hot tip is that the fireworks for this event did not include projections on Main Street or Small World or the castle. So we had actually positioned ourselves on Main Street because of something a cast member said. We thought there would be projections, and there was not.
But there were projections when there wasn't a fireworks show going on. Figure that out.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, as soon as the fireworks started, all the projections went dark.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why.
And then another tip for these nights, everything is on the app. So you get your printed out map, and that's great, but sometimes the park map has these big giant logos where a photo op is that like encompasses a whole area of the park and you can't tell where it is, whereas on the app it has the exact pinpointed location. You can zoom in and see where it is. So if you like things much bigger for your eyes, that's a good way to look.
And talk to the cast members.
Yes.
They know what's up.
And dress up if you want to.
Oh yeah.
It makes it so much more fun. It was amazing. Okay. Well, Villains Night is coming up. March 10th, my birthday. And guess where we're going to be?
Robin Hood and Maid Marian.
No, guess where we're going to be? We're going to be
there.
Going
to be there.
Villains
that was
Night,
a foregone conclusion. Yes, we will be there for Sarah's birthday.
And the Turkells will be there too.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
It's going to be so much fun.
Party time.
Party down there. Yay. We'll have to figure out what we're going to be, though.
Robin Hood and Maid Marian.
No, we have to be villains.
Robin Hood who steals more.
Prince John. No, who knows? Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yay.
Alrighty. Hey.
Woo, okay.
I'll preface this while I see what's going on with Bunny.
Okay. Oh, what, is she stamping?
I don't know. She's doing something.
Okay. Bunny's doing something, you guys, but guess what? Bam! It is just about time for the Book of Boba Fett discussion. And today I will be discussing that with my friend Jabba. Oh, and you. What was she doing? Was she okay?
She's just sitting there.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear anything.
Something was thumping.
Here we go. Bam! I'm all ready.
Me too.
All right, guys.
So here we are in Things We Want to Share. All right, so now let's talk episode 6. All right, so now let's talk From the Desert Comes a Stranger. All right, one more time. All right, now let's discuss chapter 6 from the Book of Boba Fett, From the Desert Comes a Stranger, in Things We Want to Share.
Now, will there be spoilers ahead?
You know there will be.
Yes,
Lots
there
and
will.
lots. So here is your warning. So if you haven't seen this episode and it wasn't already spoiled by dozens of sites at this point, you may want to jump ahead.
What are you hearing?
I'm hearing knocking. That's from outside.
I don't hear anything.
All right. All right. So if you haven't seen this episode yet, you may want to bow out, but chances are you have.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't watch it right away, it's going to be spoiled.
It's all over, man. Because people are posting pictures as their profile pictures.
What are you saying?
Nothing. I'm just it's just funny. That's fine. I'm not judging. I'm just saying that's what people are doing.
All
so
right.
watch it.
Okay. All right, Sarah, what are your initial thoughts on this episode?
You want me to start first? Okay.
Or?
Okay, I will start first. Okay, so this episode Oh my gosh. All right, so it starts and we see Cobb Vanth, a blast from the past, right?
Yeah, which is very surprising at this point because I didn't think we're gonna continue on with the Mandalorian journey.
No! Yeah, we go right from Cobb Vanth right into the Mandalorian who's visiting Grogu, like he said in the last episode, and we were like, oh, we won't see that until the next Mandalorian series. Nope. Jumping right in. Bam. Okay, so basically, I couldn't stop the random teary eyes I had throughout this entire episode because there was just so many things I was seeing and hearing and feeling that just struck this nostalgic nerve. And it basically started when we saw R2's little periscope. Oh my god. And just kept flowing as more and more beautiful, like, Jedi training was revealed. We had Yoda's theme playing when we saw Luke. Like, oh my gosh. And he was, like, perfect.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean...
that deep fake technology is really advanced in this last year.
It was amazing. And freaking Cad Bane. Holy crap. So that's my initial thoughts. I was like, man, I can't handle all the nostalgia being dumped on me. So I have more to say, but I just wanted to share that. So what are your initial thoughts? And we can go back and forth.
Okay. This really needed to be a couple of hours because there's so much to wrap up. But being 45 minutes, okay, we got some. But next week is going to have to be at least 3 hours.
You say that about like every Marvel and Star Wars TV series.
Yeah, because they always leave so much to the end, the last episode. It's like, well, how are you going to type all this? Yeah. Or you can do it in a speech like they did with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Okay, let's sum everything up with a 5-minute speech.
Oh, that's funny.
Now, like we were saying last time on our Zoom discussion, there's no way we're gonna revisit Mandalorian again. No, this is Boba Fett's show. I guess it's not.
Nope.
I guess it all becomes part of the Mandalorian. Mm-hmm. We did see a little bit of Din Djarin. Boba Fett.
Yep.
When he was conducting that meeting about how to get rid of the Pikes, the next path.
The war meeting.
The war meeting, yes. And where everyone is. Why is everyone staying low? And I wanted to see that play out, because if they're laying low, these other crime syndicates, they know something's up. Like you said, it started with the return of Cobb Vanth, a character I wasn't too crazy about in The Mandalorian, but somehow he appealed to me in this episode, because he's a marshal. He wants to secure peace for his very small town, and you see these Pikes showing up, like, okay, this can't be good.
And he's not wearing Boba Fett's armor badly.
Oh.
I think that's what you hated most.
I think you hit it right there.
Although he had this really terrible red shirt he was still wearing. It
I
just
kind of like the red shirt.
Silly.
But he's the very righteous nature to this character. And when the Pike said, hey, there's more spice in this little case than you'll ever see in your life. Nope, I don't care. Get out. And when he shoots all the Pikes but one guy, lets him go, sees this box of spice that could really set him up in a very good way, he just dumps it out into the sand. I love that imagery. Loved it. Then we see so many unexpected returns. Like you had said, we see Grogu again. We see R2-D2. We see Luke Skywalker. We see Ahsoka Tano.
Which I didn't mention, but of course she's part of this whole, oh my god, nostalgia.
Yeah, oh my goodness. And then the episode turns into the second act of The Empire Strikes Back, but in reverse, because now Luke is training Baby Yoda, who's in a backpack.
Oh my god, just seeing Luke in that form, just seeing Ahsoka, and Rosario Dawson's portrayal of her, like, she studied that animation, and just the timing and beats they took with this story. I mean, Dave Filoni did direct this episode, right? Mm-hmm. And you can tell he co-wrote it with
Jon Favreau.
Thank you, with Jon Favreau, this is the only episode of the Book of Boba Fett that was co-written. All the rest were written by Jon Favreau.
And having rewatched all of the Clone Wars and Rebels right now, it's like, oh, okay. Now, Ahsoka's past is really firmly cemented in my head, and just to see where her future is, this is one of the best developed Jedi characters we've had since Luke and Obi-Wan.
Shamim has a really great comment here in the chat. Ahsoka said, "You look more like your father." That got me.
Okay, then we had to pause it.
I know.
Okay, what discussions have you two had?
Right?
I want to see a whole episode on if they said the last episode is going to replay Ahsoka and Luke's conversation about Anakin. I don't care about anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when Luke puts his hand on Grogu's head and says, "Remember where you came from," where did you think we were going to go at that point?
Oh.
I thought, oh, no. Do not go to a planet of Yodas.
Oh.
Do not go there. I was so hoping they were not. I hope they leave that mystery untied forever about Yoda's species, his planet.
Yeah.
But then again, Grogu brought us back to Order 66.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, knowing that he was there, so whenever we watch Revenge of the Sith again, we'll know that, hey, just downstairs, there's Grogu.
Yeah.
And how Anakin didn't find him.
And that was the Jedi Temple,
That
right?
was the Jedi Temple, because we see the clone troopers coming in and busting things up.
Right.
And it's killing all the Jedi.
Wow.
Now, the one Jedi, he's in the center, and he's got his back toward the audience, so we don't know who it is. Everyone is saying that that's the Jedi played by Nick Gillard, and his Jedi name is like an anagram of Nick Gillard. And Nick Gillard, his Jedi we saw him killed in a hologram in Revenge of the Sith, so that couldn't have been him.
Okay.
Well, then again, Shakti died a couple times.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
Sorry, Courtney is saying that she thought that we were going to go to the time with the Mandalorian. Like that's what past he would be remembering, and that's conflicting, right? Because he's got his attachment. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, Sin Drailing?
There you go. Yeah. Glenn Stein said in this sky chat, Sin Drailing.
Perfect.
So I don't think we're supposed to really focus on that. Jedi. We're supposed to focus on the fact that Grogu is there somewhere and how the clone trooper. No, they didn't give us a spatial relation as to where Grogu was to this battle, but we did see the reflections in his eye, so couldn't have been that far away. So unless the clone trooper's like, hey, it's a little baby Yoda, we can't shoot.
No, let's talk about those beautiful shots of Baby Yoda's big eyes and the reflection of the lightsabers in them and the shots.
Yeah.
Jesus, so great.
Well, that tells you that he wasn't that far away.
Oh, I know. No, I'm just saying, the imagery in this episode, again, Dave Filoni and his imagery. Mm-hmm. That's fantastic.
That's also great seeing the Jedi Temple that we saw in The Last Jedi. It's very sad knowing that later on Kylo Ren is going to bring it all down, or Ben Solo.
You're talking about the ant droids building this.
Well, I call them spider droids.
They're ant droids. They have 6 legs, and they're like little ants. They're following each other. They're making an ant hill. They're making a Jedi temple hill.
A little dome.
Yes.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh, so cool.
Once again, Galaxy's Edge. Come on, we got to have these little ant droids.
Yeah.
And you see that rock appearing.
Yes.
You think, oh, who's lifting that rock? Rocks are
Jedi
always
rocks.
lifted. Rocks in. No, it's an android.
That was so cool.
And it's great knowing once again that Ahsoka may have had a hand in building this Jedi Academy and this Jedi Temple. Now I wonder. All right, settle in for this, okay? I wonder if she is currently on the search for Ezra Bridger.
Right.
And maybe she's taking a break, because the last episode of Star Wars Rebels, Ezra and Thrawn were taken through hyperspace by the Purgle whale creatures.
Right.
And it's up to Sabine and Ahsoka to go out and find Ezra. So is she is this like
maybe she found him already?
8 years after? So did she already find him? Is she still looking for him, or is she helping to build this academy for Ezra?
Ooh. Oh,
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yes, there is. I don't know. But can we talk about the bench?
Yeah.
That the ant droids
Yeah.
made. R2 was like, do. And told,
R2's like,
obviously
yeah,
told,
okay. He told the ants, yeah, can we go ahead and build a bench for
Yeah.
for the Mandalorian? 'Cause
Mandalorian.
He's gonna be here for a while.
Is that a bench? He got the hint.
It's funny, but why did it strike us as so funny? That was a very funny moment, but we both howled.
It was so funny. I just because it's so random. A bench in Star Wars. The fact that they built a bench and he had to get the hint. Like, it wasn't said. It wasn't spoken. R2 didn't be like, here, go sit here. No, he just shut down.
Yeah, we're both gonna be here for a while, so settle in. That just struck us as being really funny.
It was awesome.
Now, how soon will we see little Etsy shops popping up that sell little Beskar chain link tunics for Grogu's?
Oh.
'Cause he had to decide, what am I gonna take? The Yoda's lightsaber or this little Beskar fabricated tunic?
Chainmail, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, what do you think in the comments? Let us know. Which will he choose? The lightsaber or the chainmail? Oh, that was so cool.
Now, another big question comes up. How did Luke come in possession of Yoda's lightsaber? Because
Think about that.
because in the Darth Vader comics, all the lightsabers were destroyed, including Yoda's.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
So how did this get out? Now, lightsabers always seem to fall down shafts in Star Wars, and they always reappear.
Yep.
Like Luke's lightsaber, it appeared at Takodana in Maz Kanata's castle, and Yoda's lightsaber fell down the Senate shaft.
Yep. They're a plot convenient
Yeah.
filter.
I guess this is just one of those go with it moments, which I'm very happy to do.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have some comments here, and please share. Pierre Kelly thinks he will go with the lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Toft thinks story-wise, I think he will pick the gift.
I'm right with you. He will for more drama and conflict, and yeah, like Kevin, like you said, story wise, he's gonna have to go with that chain link, with that Beskar link.
And why do you think story-wise
Because
that would work?
because now you have this very powerful force wielder like Grogu out in the galaxy, and he's not being trained how to use his power. Just like Luke said in The Mandalorian, you can have all the power in the world, but unless you know how to use it, it's not much use and can be very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So, if he's out there, he's like a gray Jedi at this point.
I think he will also choose the gift as well, the chainmail, and that is purely because we have a Mandalorian season 3 coming, and we know that. So I think the Mandalorian without Grogu doesn't really work. So I want to see Grogu with him. So purely out of selfish reasons, I want him to pick the chainmail, and because I want to see him in the little chainmail. Come on.
That's gonna be really funny. And I think he wants the chain link Beskar tunic so we can go back to the Mandalorian and throw it in Din's face. It's like,
What?
dude, I saw you, and then you flew away. You couldn't have come by and say hello? Seriously?
That was such a great parent moment, though.
Is Grogu's little hands reaches out like, no.
I know.
Where are you
No,
going?
but the fact that Din had to, for the good of his his child, he had to let go. And so many parents I know have to do that. My mom had to do that when I decided to come out here for college.
Yeah.
And I know she was very sad. She told me years later, that really upset her, but she let me go because I had to grow, so.
And Din knows that Jedi can't have attachments, and the more he sees him,
Mm-hmm.
the more he sees the Mandalorian, it's just going to set him back so much. It's going to undo everything that Luke has just taught him.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. BSP just said in the comments that he loves how droids can shut themselves off, and that's the best ghosting method if you want to avoid an annoying situation. I love that. Okay, so I want to address the elephant in the room, which is that everyone, or a lot of people, I shouldn't say everyone, a lot of people are upset that the Book of Boba Fett contains these 2 episodes of The Mandalorian within it. And I just want to say that I feel like when we first saw, like, last week's episode, I just felt was part of the larger story and that we're just bringing it all together, and I had no problem with it. And now with this episode, first you get this Cobb Vanth appearing and then the hard lean into Mando's story again. It just really drove home my feelings from last week that the Star Wars storytelling on TV is like one big story. It can't be boxed in by silly things like the title of a show. So I am just embracing the crossover nature of this story. It's taking me on a journey. I'm just riding that wave, seeing where it takes us, and I'm just so, I love it. I love riding the wave. I'm surfing the shows.
Just like with The Mandalorian, they had those standalone episodes where they had to go and fight a crate dragon.
Yeah.
Didn't really progress the story.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we see it progressed the story now with the Book of Boba Fett, because now we have the return of Cobb Vanth, but it didn't progress The Mandalorian Season 2, because it didn't really go anywhere. But you know what? I was happy to see the Mandalorian and Grogu battling a crate dragon.
Yeah, that was
I'm
cool.
fine with that.
Yeah. And then, okay, so we haven't even got to the finale of this episode yet, but
The
first,
bounty hunter in the room.
yes, I do want to mention that, yes, a lot of us listening right now, and we are huge Star Wars fans. We've been keeping up with all of these shows. Now, my dad, however, I just want to bring up an experience here. He had only seen the first episode of Mandalorian when he saw last week's episode of Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett, which featured the Mandalorian. Now, for him, he wasn't up on that story. However, he was so intrigued by it that he went back and started watching all of season 1 of The Mandalorian and is like so into it now. So it can be a good thing even for people who aren't all caught up in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he's not going to know who Cad Bane is, you know, anything like that, but I'm sure he'll think it's a cool dude and he'll get the Western reference. Western shootout.
It all falls under the Star Wars umbrella, where Star Wars used to mean a film.
Yes.
Now it means the whole entire universe, where now A New Hope is the new Star Wars, and from there you have all these branches that just go off.
Right. And can I just talk about one thing I really loved about this episode in particular is I loved the green that we saw. Because all this time we've been seeing Boba Fett sandblasted, right, with the sun. We've seen Tatooine this whole time, all these browns and tan colors. And then all of a sudden, we're on this beautiful green, lush planet with this greenery. We've got these flute melodies. It's just a totally different tone and feel for this episode. And I think that it just like washed my soul. I just loved it.
Does anyone know what planet that was?
Yeah, that is a good question. I have no idea.
It's not Octo.
Ton of bamboo. That's all I know.
So he's in China.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm surprised that that question has never come up before. Where did Luke have that Jedi Academy? I always just assumed it was on Octo, but we would have seen the Mandalorian fly in the way the Millennium Falcon had over the water, skimming the ocean surface, and we would have seen porgs.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's definitely not Takodana. Yeah.
All right. Kevin Tuff brings up, I think Cobb will recover, and he will not be happy, and he will. That's how he's going to join Mando and Boba. Yeah, right. He got shot in the shoulder.
Yeah.
And Princess Leia got shot in the shoulder in Return of the Jedi, and she lived to tell the tale.
Oh yeah.
But the deputy, who he's Boba Fett's stunt double.
Dead.
Yeah. He's gone. He got shot like 4 or 5 times in the abdomen.
Yeah.
He's out.
Okay, Richard. So the Cad Bane thing.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, so you have the Western town. You have who was trying to recruit Cobb Vanth? Was it Mando? Yeah, Mando was.
Yeah, Mandalorian. Yeah.
Yeah, Mandalorian was trying to recruit Cobb Vanth
because he went back to that 2-minute scene with Boba Fett, and who said we need an army. And Mandalorian's like, well, I got some contacts. I'll start with them.
Yeah.
Cobb Vanth has got an army of 2. You know what? Go with wherever you can.
He wanted the townsfolk, and of course, I mean, story-wise, yes, the townsfolk kind of needed an inciting incident to get them to join Boba Fett's army. So, I mean, it totally made sense. But I love the reveal of Cad Bane, because at first you see this shot
This
where
figure walking, very
mirage,
very Lawrence of Arabia.
this mirage, right? Then you go back and it's a little closer, and Richard and I, you and I both gasped as one. We were like,
when you saw the outline of the hat, that's
Yes.
all you needed to see.
yes, and then it cut back, and then it cut back again, and he was closer, and you're like, yes, it's confirmed that is Cad Bane, and the reveal of his red eyes,
And his blue Duros face.
and you knew that deputy dude was going down when he stepped back out. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah, he was
Come on,
just
man.
too trigger happy.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a step back right now, and Meredith brings up a very good point about where this Jedi temple is.
Oh.
He says it wouldn't be Octo because Kylo would know where Luke was.
Oh yeah, duh.
Duh. Good point. Unless
point.
Kylo thought there's no way he'd go back to Octo. No way.
Oh.
Yeah, but going back to Cad Bane now, being voiced by Corey Burton.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Come on,
Oh.
come on.
It was perfect. It was so cool. Like
Oh.
just that whole scene was so cool. Like if you've been like, it's just like if you know the Clone Wars and everything, you just know that this character did. Oh, and he also shows up in
the Bad Batch. Oh
as
yeah, he was
well.
going after Omega, so he
Mhm.
knows Omega.
Oh yeah, and as I think someone in the Sky Chat said, it makes sense that he'd be working for the Pikes. Yeah, BSP says that. Yeah.
Anything that's like anti Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah,
Wow.
we saw in the Clone Wars. They don't get along.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to more Cad Bane, and because he's a fan favorite, you know there's gonna be a series. So this Disney call last December of 2020 of all the new shows that were coming out.
I believe so.
They should have just waited to see where these series were going because we needed a Cad Bane series. Unless they're holding back, which they probably could.
Yeah.
All right, now any more on Cad Bane?
I'm just wondering what you guys think. Should this series have been called The Book of Boba Fett, or what would you have titled it, knowing now that we get so much more than just Boba Fett in it? Like, I'm just curious. Do you think people would have such a problem if it wasn't titled that? Like, some people are saying The Book of Star Wars, or the next chapter or something.
Well, this is just this is really a subplot and a bigger story for the out. It should have been called The Outlaws.
Ooh.
Because you have all these outlaws trying to form their own houses, their own syndicates.
Yeah.
So that would have been a very intriguing way to go. And having Boba Fett be a small part of it, people wouldn't have been so upset.
Right. And what was Rangers of the New Republic? That was going to be a
that was
series
a spinoff
name.
from The Mandalorian,
That's
which was
not
going to be
happening.
headed by Cara Dune.
Right.
Ain't happening.
Shamim says Nostalgia of Star Wars is what it should be called.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Now, I'd much rather have a Star Wars outlaw show rather than the Rangers of the New Republic, because outlaws are so much more fun. You have bounty hunters, you get the scum and villainy.
Yeah, Scum and Villainy they could have called it.
Oh, there you go. There you go. And I think with that, like the Clone Wars, it wasn't Anakin and Obi-Wan, it was the Clone Wars, which means the story, the story structure is just so immense, and that's what they really needed with this.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, the Sanctuary. The Sanctuary. Is this the end of Garsa Fwip?
Oh, the Sanctuary was bombed. Oh, that was surprising.
It was very shocking, and
yes.
I think she's gone because she was right in the center of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
along with her Twi'lek friends and
everybody, but Max Rebo. I didn't see Max Rebo in there anywhere.
No.
So I want to see a shot in the next episode where we see a flashback to this scene, and Max is outside on a smoke break or a spice break. He's like,
a death stick break.
Yeah. He's like, timing is everything.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He better have lived.
But then again, Max has survived the sail barge explosion.
Yes.
You know what? He's explosion proof.
He's survived. Yeah. Yeah, maybe his skin, it's extra thick,
Those
right?
ortolans?
Just like an elephant's skin.
Yeah, they have very fireproof skins. He's walking
Okay.
out going, Okay, where's the next job?
All right, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
And right now, after that, he's like, I have to contact Spotify, get my music off of there. This is not a good day.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So overall, I can say that I was glowing after this episode. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Again, it's the Book of Star Wars. I like that.
All right.
Or the Outlaws.
Yeah. Oh, the Scum and Villainy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 6 more days until the finale. This better be 3 hours.
Yes. And Skywalkers, if you are seeing this now, just know that we will do a discussion on Zoom tonight, Thursday, February 3rd at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. So please join us if you'd like.
BSP is saying, I heard that Boba Fett is hinting crossover. That's why there's so many characters. Well, every series I think is gonna cross over to something else. So I think it should have been like the Mandalorian as the umbrella and all these other series underneath that really enhanced the Mandalorian story.
Yeah, I heard that in production even that the Book of Boba Fett wasn't even started with episode 101. In production, it was called 301, meaning it's almost like the third installment of the Mandalorian /
Well, that would have been the 3rd episode of season 1. That's what that refers to.
Okay.
All right, now let's go to shoutouts.
Well, actually, our giveaway.
Can that be in shoutouts?
Sure. Can I take a moment break, though?
Yeah. All right, well, Sarah is taking a moment break here. So, did we cover everything for the Book of Boba Fett? And tonight's Zoom discussion will be so much bigger because we'll have, more 10 or so people joining in, and it's fun to see what other people's comments. I know Dave Scale had some more real-life analogies, and those are always fun to see. So, is anyone here in the Sky Chat going to join us? We'll try to make things fresh and new. Now, do you watch the credits as well for the shows? Because the characters never get credits. Like Cad Bane doesn't get a credit. His stunt double gets a credit, but there's never a credit for the actual character and then the voice. And same with Black Chrysanthemum. Never got a credit, but got a credit as a stunt double. I find that very, very odd. And then for this, they never mentioned Luke Skywalker in the credits. I always mentioned Jedi, because I'm sure they didn't want to. They kept us very tight, and they didn't want anyone other than the production to know that Luke was going to be in this episode. And those titles go out to another source. Corey Burton, yes, was in the credits, but there's not a credit for Cad Bane for performance and voice. There's a credit for each, but like with Disney characters, you have the character and you have who animated them in the voice. They didn't have a Cad Bane performer. They had this stunt double buried in the credits. That must be a union. I'm sure it's a union thing. Always goes back to the union. All the foreign credits listed Luke Skywalker and Cad Bane. Unless they were done afterwards.
Talk the triple fake out. What does that mean?
I don't know. But bring that up tonight.
Yes.
All right, we're talking about credits and how they're structured.
Okay.
And laid out.
That sounds good.
All right, shout outs.
All right, Skywalkers, we have a TeePublic giveaway this week. And there will be 2 winners. So each winner will get to choose any of our TeePublic designs and type of tea from our TeePublic shop. So, yay! Anything you want, any color, any style, any design from our TeePublic shop. So look for a giveaway post on Facebook, and then all you have to do is share that giveaway post and tag a friend in the comments of that post. We will be posting that giveaway post before this episode airs so that you'll be able to find it.
And the winner will be revealed next week on next week's episode.
Oh my god.
Were you outside with Max taking a smoke break? If I find any traces of spice.
That's just not what happened.
Yeah, I know what happened. you, you and Max were out in the alley near the dumpster.
Excuse me.
All right, so as we were saying, the winner will be revealed on next week's episode, where we talk about the book of Boba Fett as a series.
Yes, and that just so happens to dovetail with the time that TeePublic will be having a 35% off sale. So if you don't win, you have the opportunity to purchase t-shirts at a discounted rate, their best, deepest discount.
Lots and lots of designs to choose from. All right, let's go through a couple of comments from last week's Robin Hood episode. Now, Mark Badawi says, great episode. Keep producing more on the classics. And by a majority of the voters, it looks like we'll be doing Sword in the Stone next.
Yay!
This will continue our classic Disney films revisited series.
Okay. I love that film. Okay, that's going to be exciting.
It will be because, like Robin Hood, I've never... Have I seen this? Did I watch it with you?
I believe you've at least seen the scene where Merlin and Madame Mim face off, because I think I showed you that, but I don't know what for.
Okay, so all new film to me.
Yeah, or remember, it's the scene with, not the chipmunks.
The squirrels.
The squirrel scene. Oh, the squirrel scene.
Yeah, I know you showed me that, but...
Yeah.
So
maybe that's all I've showed you.
This maybe like in another couple of weeks, we'll continue our classic Disney films revisited series and continue on with that.
Mm-hmm.
So now we go to Disneyland. We go to King Arthur's Carousel, and they have that sword in the stone.
Yep.
Where kids always try to pull it out. Now it'll make more sense.
And sometimes Merlin shows up as a face character. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's been around. I've seen him before. It's really cool.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Brian Jonas says, and he shows a picture, me and my brother with Robin Hood at Magic Kingdom in 1975. I'm in the red shirt. So, Sarah, look over here at this monitor.
Whoa. Is that Robin Hood? Here, why don't you show it to them?
Okay, well, I was going to show it. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Oh, I had it all up here. So I'm going to go. Oh, there we go. All right, here, I'm showing all this guy chat. There's Brian Jonas.
In the red shirt.
Holding
hands with Robin Hood. And a really scary looking Robin Hood costume.
Yeah, wasn't as good as mine.
Oh, no.
Have you ever seen this?
No. The costume now looks way different.
Well, yeah. Now they give the mascots padding to fill them out, make them look like animated characters. This is just a guy burning up under the Florida sun. But yeah, I've never ever seen Robin Hood as a meet and greet character at Disney.
We have, because when the barbecue is still back there and not Galaxy's Edge, they had those special pass holder nights where it's like lost forgotten characters or something, and they had like the whole crew from Robin Hood at one of those. They had Prince John, they had the Nottingham Sheriff of Nottingham, they had Robin Hood, and they had Baloo. I want to say Baloo, but you know what I mean.
Well, then Little John.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll redact my statement and saying I don't recall ever seeing this a Robin Hood meet and greet character.
Yeah, that's
but
okay.
we know we've never seen a Maid Marian character.
It didn't make as much of a impression on you.
Yeah, because I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Cool. All right, now let's thank all of the Skywalking Force. And this is our Patreon, the members who make this show possible, make our YouTube videos possible, and make everything on the Skywalking Network possible. And we'll get that in just a moment.
Yes. Hold on. Okay. All right. We want to thank Jeremy Stevenson,
Meredith Duckworth,
Wayne Kwong,
Blessed Cheesemaker,
Darren Irvine,
Patricia Vittori,
Patty Nazarian,
Courtney Turkel,
Kelly Turkel,
Carol Cantwell,
William Magalio,
John Liang,
Dave Kerwin,
Patty Hammond,
John Zoncanaro,
Nancy Steinman,
Michael Corbett,
Scott Hume,
Glenn Stein,
Carl Fox,
Julie Caruana,
Jeff Long,
Garrett Sessions,
Derek Beebe,
Jennifer Cole,
Mike Ward,
Terry Lee,
Bryn McKinnon,
Chickafent,
Wynn Patterson,
Patrick Pine,
Peter and Norma Heitman,
Jeremy and Heather Hunt,
Mike Sanders,
Scott Carmichael,
Laura Bryce,
Anthony Kakias,
Randall Gobey,
and Christopher Marino.
Thank you to one and to all. We really appreciate it. And we appreciate everyone who does anything for the Skywalking Network. If you just post, if you comment on a post, if you like us, if you just share, that's helping too. So you can help in many, many ways. But the biggest help right now is to go to our YouTube and share the video, like it, comment on it, because the more traffic it gets, the higher up on the radar it is.
Mm-hmm.
So any way you can help is much, much appreciated.
Yeah, and if you are a part of the Skywalking Force, I mean, we have extra bonus content each week that you can check out. So check that out at skywalkingforce.com. Okay.
Well, that wraps up episode 355 of Skywalking Through Neverland. We want to give a huge thank you to Small World Vacations for sponsoring our trip to Sweetheart's Nite. And we want to thank all of you Skywalkers for weighing in on our posts and our videos and for joining us right now on the live stream.
Yes.
So we'll see everyone tonight for our Book of Boba Fett discussion at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time.
All right. We'd also... Oh, we already thanked our sponsor. Okay. Now, we already said that too. Okay. Now we are part of the Skywalking Network.
Everybody, you know what to do. Skynet.
Where you can also find other great shows like Talking Apes.
The Max Effects Podcast. The Max Effects Podcast.
The Neverland Clubhouse.
Totally Tell Me Everything.
Star Warsologies.
And the YouTube shows Collectopolis, Classic Marvel Star Wars Comics, and...
Today
in Star Wars History.
You can find us on social media. We are at Skywalking Pod for Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search Skywalking Through Neverland. And if you do that, you'll find that post, the T Public post, and enter to win that giveaway.
Now, don't forget to stick around for bloopers and other fun bits that didn't make it to the show. And...
always remember
to sit tight until the season finale.
And dress up if you possibly can.
And watch Sword in the Stone. And hug a fox.
We had Meredith and Courtney say Sky.
Oh, Sky.
Yay.
Kevin,
Yeah.
Where are you,
Come on,
Kevin? Kevin, we're not going to leave until you say Skynet. Kevin, we're all waiting. Can't continue with our day, Kevin.
He might have got, I don't know, maybe he's not watching us anymore.
Maybe he's actually doing work.
Shamim says
thank you, Shamim.
All right.
Maybe he's on an important call.
I don't know.
All
right, guys.
So thank you. So Kevin, you owe Glenn one, okay?
Yeah.
All right, everyone. So once again, watch our vlog.
Yes. When
Our
it comes
Disney
out.
Sweethearts Night vlog.
It'll come out later today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very soon, but lots of fun doing that. And this episode will come out later on today as well.
Yeah. Yay! Lots of work to do. So let's get to work.
Let's edit.
All right. Bye.